Hi, folks. A lot of people have been having trouble with attendance and seating charts, and I've got a lot of help from some of you, so I thought I'd share what I've figured out if it's helpful. So the first thing I'm going to show you how to do is set up a seating chart. Um, and what you do is you go to attendance over here, click on attendance, click on seating chart. Okay, so your seating chart screen looks something like this. The first thing you need to do is set up a seating chart for your classroom. I will say I think this is something the new system actually does a little better, just this specific part, because once you set up a seating chart for your classroom, it gets reused and it will update everything at the same time. So you click on this little arrow over here, you go into seating chart, and you can edit the room here. There are student desks, there are teacher desks, and you can get your own classroom set up this way. So you just drag things around and drop them. One thing I've noticed is that the seating chart will cut off student names if seats are right next to each other like this. So you want to make sure that you have, I think I have 2 grid lines in between each of my desks. And this is vertical. When they're side by side like this, it doesn't seem to matter as much. But make sure you have a couple of spaces between your seating charts or it will get cut off. When you're finished, you hit save. Okay, and then you go back to your seating chart list. All right, so I'm just going to click right here, but you can go back to the main menu to do that too. After you have that step done, then you need to add seating charts for all of your classes. So if I go way down here, there is an add seating chart button. And I click on this, gives me some options. And I give the class a name, give the, seating chart grouping by class, by period, leave that alone, section, right? And then right here would be the classes that I teach down here, right? So I would select one of those and I click select here. I already have these classes built, so I'm not going to do that, but you would select the class period that you want a seating chart for, click OK, and then you would hit save and assign seats. It's not letting me do that because I didn't choose a class. So I'm going to cancel out of that and then show you what it looks like in an actual class period. So I'm going to go down here. These are my class periods. They're built. I had to give them a name, give them whatever name makes sense to you. Okay, and then here I have my seating chart. If I change my master seating chart, this changes too. So these seats will be moved around if I move them around in my master seating chart, and that'll happen with all of your classes. So that could be helpful, but you could mess things up. Most of you might have your students over here in unassigned students, right? If you click on a picture, you drag the student with the picture. There's also a way to auto assign seats. If you just want a seating chart set up randomly, then you can click over here to auto assign seats. Oh, and I have to cancel out of that. Okay, so auto assign seats. Now I have options. Where in my seating chart am I starting? Assign students by first name, by last name, or randomly. So this is just a way to populate your seating chart with all of the students in your class. And it might be easier to set it up, especially if you don't care at the moment where your students are actually sitting. So I'm going to cancel that. But that's how you would set up a seating chart for your classes. The other thing I wanted to show you was how to take attendance using your seating chart. So to take attendance using a seating chart, you need to go to daily attendance in the main menu here. Just like you have been, you're going to click on the class. And then notice it comes right to my seating chart, kind of like the old Skyward used to do. And I can click and I have options for my students. The way to change this and to shift from one to the other is up here, this little attendance mode. And so I click on seating chart, but I could also click on student list, which is what most of you see in Skyward. This is the default, but up here you just go to attendance mode. It seems to remember which mode you used last. So because I take attendance with my seating chart, it remembers this. And that's how to take attendance. And you would do that normally, and then just hit save when you're done, or I'll hit cancel since I haven't seen second period yet. hopefully these things help you with figuring out Skyward. If you ask me about grades, I have no clue because I haven't even dealt with any of that. Good luck and send attendance and seating chart questions my way.